also. And then degradation of soil and conservation measures. So the soil is important thing in our life. So both human and natural factors can lead degradation of soil. If there is a building, so the soil will degrade also, and natural factors like landslide etc. will also degrade factors. Mulching. Mulching. The bare ground between plants is covered with a layer of organic matter like straw. It helps to retain soil moisture. So what they do is they do just imagine that it is the square is a land, and you will cover it a layer of organic material like straw. So they do is they make small amount of bores, like they make small amount of trenches. They uh, extract the soil from it and fill with the moisture, the organic matter, and here they produces plants. So the plants will easily get the mineral and moisture. Contour barrier, stone, grass, soil are used to build barriers along contours. Trenches are made in front of the barriers to collect water. So contour barriers are simply that see that here's a land, a rectangular land. Don't see this image. See that this is a field. They make a mountain type, very small, 2 to 3 inch mountain type slide in the end of their field, so the water didn't come inside it. And to preserve water, they make here a hole, trenches. They extract out soil from the outer side of the field, and they make trenches. When rainfall occurs, the whole water will get inside the trenches, and by this they preserve water and they save their soil also. Terrace farming. These are made on the steep slopes so that flat surfaces are available to grow crops. They can reduce surface runoff and soil erosion. So terrace formation farming is also done in the mountain area. See this, they make a terrace. Terrace means ladder, a ladder made of cement which we use in a normal house. So this is a terrace, and they make a small land plot like structures in the mountain. So they grow their plants here, and when rainwater is occur, when the rain is occurred, the water will run off in the deeper side. So their plant will get the moisture, but their soil will not run off with the water. Intercropping. Different crops are grown in alternate rows and are sown at different times to protect the soil from runoff. So what they do is different crops, like different crops, you can choose any of the crops, are grown in alternate rows. So they do not make it like a a line, but when you can see that here is a trees, so it is in a line. But in intercropping, they do not do this. They interconnect each other, so they make grow plants like a zigzag. They grow crops like a zigzag and do not follow the lines. So it will prevent the soil runoff, because the roots of their crop prevent the soil going with the air and water. So this is only This is the mean of intercropping. And contour plowing. Contour plowing parallel to the contours of a hill slope to form a natural barrier for water to flow down the slopes. So what they do is they increase the height of soil in the end of their field, so it will prevent the soil runoff also, and it will preserve some water in the field also, which is main cause to grow their crops very well. So this is the contour plowing. And after shelter belts. Shelter belts. These are the shelter belts. In the coastal area and dry region, rows of trees are planted to check the wind movement to protect soil cover. So what they do is they grow some trees on the end of their field to prevent the to prevent the wind coming in their field directly and in the fastness, like when they touch the trees they become slower, and by this they didn't have enough power to get their soil out of their field. So when there was a huge amount of wind is coming, the shelter belts, the trees prevent the wind to touch their land soil directly and hit them. So it is also important in the coastal area and dry area. So as you can see here, where plants are grown in this soil, so soil didn't run off. But in A, the soil ran off because there were no crops. Water. Water is also important for us, but the ocean water is however saline and not fit for human consumption. Fresh water account for only about 2.7%. So you can see in the earth here, suppose that in the earth here is 100 liters of water and you will only get 2.7 liter to drink in your family. So it is too short. So out of 100%, only 2.7% of water is available to drink for human beings. Let's see the average rate of water consumption by a human. Total 135 liters. Problem of water availability. There is scarcity of water in many regions of the world. Most of Africa, West Asia, South Asia, part of Western USA, North West Mexico, part of South America, and entire Australia are facing shortages in fresh water supply. So in these areas there were too heat and sunlight, so water get vaporized and rain in another regions. So it is there is a scarcity of water in these areas. Conservation of water. So if we have only 2.7% of fresh water, we have to conserve it for future and for today also. So by this we have to use, in the order to conserve water, we have to use sprinkling system and the drip irrigation system in the field, because it preserves some water. Natural vegetation and wildlife. So here's also a story, you don't need to study this story. Biosphere. Biosphere is the place where life can exist. It is consist of lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. I will prescribe you to read this sentence and these sentence and write in your notebook and be prepared by this to write Biosphere in your exam because it is a main topic in this chapter. And one important also topic is ecosystem. This life supporting system is known as the ecosystem. Ecosystem is simply that living by defeating anyone and living by defeated by anyone. This is the life in the forest and in some poor areas also. Ecosystem so see, a plant is grown in the soil and after that it is eaten by the deer, and lion eats deer, and after that lion get defeated by some diseases and died, and it will eaten by the decomposers and it will mixed in the soil, and then a new plant will grow from there. So it is a cycle, it is a food chain. So it will balance the birth rate and the death rate of the particular area. Now then, distribution of natural vegetation. Distribution of natural vegetation means some areas there were many grasslands and some areas there are deserts. So in some areas there are very heavy rainfall, and in some areas there were drought. In some areas there is a snake like a python, and in some areas there is only mouses, rats, insect in that areas. Forests are broadly classified as evergreen and deciduous. Evergreens mean the forest which shed their leaves one by one, which makes them evergreen in the year, and deciduous is the forest which spread their leaves in a particular time or a season. Conservation of natural vegetation and wildlife. So after that, in the close of the chapter and the end of the chapter, I want to say that we have to conserve natural resources and wildlife also, because it makes our life easier. Without any animal and plants, we can't think and imagine a life. So we have to be a modern, but not like that to kill the animals and to kill the trees. Let's come to the question answer. Which are the two main climate factors responsible for soil formation? So the two main factors are the climate and the weathering processes. If there is more weathering, there is less climate. Write any two reasons for land degradation today. First, increase in the population and increase in the made of buildings. Now I am leaving these 4 questions for you to do this, and if you have any problem about this, don't be confused, you can ask in the comment section. So by this we came in the end of this chapter. Thank you, and please like and subscribe my channel for more SST science videos.